Hello and welcome to the Street Aesthete channel. Today we are playing some Geoguessr Battle Royale Distance. My plan for this session is to make an initial guess based on no moving, panning or zooming. So we're just going to see one picture and then I will refine that guess by taking a look around without moving. And we'll see if we can win against opponents who have the advantage of being able to move around and gather more information from their surroundings. So, without further ado, let us begin. And my very first thought here was Russia, but it looks as though we've got Latin script, so that leans me more towards the Baltics, I was thinking about Estonia and Latvia more than Lithuania, but we'll see if we can refine that guess now by panning around. Yeah, almost certainly Baltic. We've got this this very typical wooden slatted architecture and Meripolti-oi. It sounds actually a bit Estonian to me, language-wise. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go Estonia, but sort of not too far north. Let's stick it in. Okay, middle of the pack. We're just warming up here. And wow, okay, it was Finland. Yeah, well, there are certainly similarities in the Finnish and Estonian languages because of their shared Finno-Ugric heritage. And we're in Europe. Where is tricky. We've not got too much to go on here. Whenever I see 2023 copyright coverage, I usually think of Germany, which I think is possible here. And if we were in Germany, I would think we were perhaps in the middle, with it being flat, maybe somewhere a little bit further north with this kind of these kinds of trees, but then it could equally be in some of the more mountainous parts of the south that you could see trees like this, but then we're not in a mountainous area, so on the whole I'm thinking of basically just clicking in the middle of Germany, and let's see if we can refine this. Yeah, pretty happy with Germany. It looks like good infrastructure here. Yep, not too bad. We're a fair distance away from the leader of the pack, but to be in second place is not too bad. And we were near Heidelberg in Western Germany. If you're enjoying the music that you hear in this channel, then do take a look at my first channel where I upload all of my original music. And we're here again in Europe. I'm thinking about kind of Czechia, Poland, even France I could see working here. But on the whole, see these little reflectors by the side of the road, I'm kind of leaning more towards Czechia. There will be people who have learnt all of the different kinds of reflectors and know exactly which country we're in. I am not one of those people. I go off landscape, and general vibes and any other clues we can pick up. And I'm not too unhappy with this guess, although it is so flat. I could also see us being kind of over in Belgium even, but I'm going to stick with Czechia for now. And yeah, okay, it's a reasonable guess. I think we may not be in the right country based on that. And indeed, it was Poland, although we could certainly be worse off. Yeah, a couple of French guesses there. A Belarusian guess, that's an interesting one, given that there's very little Belarusian coverage in the game. And this, straight off the bat, is India. You can tell from the kind of the quality of the coverage, driving on the left, and just the general look of the place. Where in India, if I were to be humble, I would just guess in the middle. But let's see if we can glean any more information. Okay, looking at the script here, it reminds me a bit of the more kind of rounded script that we see in Sri Lanka, but I don't believe we are in Sri Lanka. So for that reason, is this perhaps Tamil? Yeah, I think we're more likely to be kind of down in this sort of region. Or even, yeah, Bengaluru, we could be around here. The script looks similar, so let's get the guess in. Great, okay. Yeah, top of the pack, and with 1,000 kilometres to spare. That is what I like to see. And we were probably in the right state, if not certainly in the right region, just outside Mysuru. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. And here we are in Europe, I believe. Seeing this rock wall, I was thinking about Greece to begin with, but I'm definitely thinking about the Balkans, thinking about Croatia, Albania. Yeah, we've got an olive tree here. So Spain is also possible. Yeah, it could certainly be a Spanish landscape. Oh, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for me. I'm tempted, in order to stay in the game, to put in 2 guesses, and I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put one in Spain, which is not correct by the looks of it, and I'm going to put a second guess in Greece, maybe not too far outside of Athens. Let's get that in. Okay, so it was Greece, which was my very first thought when I saw this rock wall. So I'll go with my gut more often. Oh, and it wasn't Greece, it was Montenegro, which was one of the Balkan countries I believe I mentioned. One of the tells often in Albanian and Montenegrin coverage is the kind of scar across the sky from where they've stitched the camera together. And immediately I've seen Mbabane city centre revenue office, and I know that Mbabane is the capital of one of these. Yeah, it's Eswatini, one of these countries around South Africa. So we've got the city. Now it's a question of, can we find Mbabane city centre? So what we're going to do is, using the compass, we're going to see if we orientate ourselves to north. The road is running roughly east to west, a little bit more tilted this way. So we'll just kind of look to see if we can find something that roughly matches that. And this looks quite good, doesn't it? Now, yeah, this is definitely one of the kind of more built up, the richer parts of the city. We've got a mountain to the east, which presumably we're going to see over here. But when I look at this street, I think this is possible. I'm just going to stick it in. Wow, and perhaps the people who were playing Moving were very quick to rush off and missed the big clue of Mbabane, the name of the city. Or perhaps they just didn't recognise it. And already I can see this is Singapore. I can tell that from the black and white striped along the pavement here. Driving on the left, the big city towers, the lovely tropical tree plantations. So, knowing that we're in Singapore, it's a question of, can we pinpoint ourselves? So we're kind of diagonal, southwest to northeast in our orientation here, on not exactly a main road, but something. Yeah, we've got a reservation in the middle. Actually, it is quite a main road, really, isn't it? So we're maybe looking at something in this area. Not totally convinced, but anyway, let's put it in. Okay, well, we know we're safe because we are 5,000 plus kilometres better off than this person who has expended all of their guesses. We do get 3 guesses per round, by the way. And we are now in the final. Okay, that is not too bad. That's even, in roughly the right part of the city, I would say, given that, I could have guessed somewhere on the outskirts. So I've got 3 guesses to use, and my opponent has only 1. We've got Alpine architecture here, and let's see if we can determine which country we are in. What are the potential clues? We would have low camera if we were in Switzerland, and I often find it difficult to distinguish low camera from not low camera, but I do think that's probably what we've got here. Other options are Austria and Slovenia, but on the whole I'm liking Switzerland. Feels as though we'd be in a Germanic part. It's not too mountainous here, so I'm kind of thinking of around Zurich. I think I'm just going to stick that one in. I'm going to put another guess in Slovenia, just to be on the safe side. I don't think that's where we are, but I want to get my guesses in to be sure of a win now that we've come this far. And if not any of those, I think Austria is possible, but I do believe we're in Switzerland. And indeed we were, and it was Willisau, sort of roughly in the middle of the country there, and our opponent guessed in Lithuania, which is a relatively flat country, so not the best advised guess. And with that, I'm very pleased to say that without moving, I have been able to beat all of my opponents in this game, which, if you watched my last Battle Royale video, you will know is considerably better than I did last time. As I mentioned earlier, if you do like the music that you hear in my videos, it's all my original music, and if you want to hear just the music without me babbling away over the top of it, then do take a look at my first channel where I upload all my original music, often with videos that I've taken myself of beautiful street scenery.